Good day, and thank you for joining us for an update on the Hullcar Mountain wildfire recorded on August 7th at 2 p.m. We're joining you today from the traditional unceded territories of the Secwepemc, Silks Okanagan, Synext, and Ktunaxa Nation, and we are privileged to do so. I'm Tracy Hughes, the Communications Coordinator with the CSRD and the Shuswap Emergency Program. Joining me soon is going to be Taylor Shantz, a BC Wildfire Service Information Officer. She'll be taking us through a bit of the wildfire response on this fire. Last night, the CSRD issued evacuation orders and expanded an evacuation alert. This was accompanied by similar actions in some of our neighboring local authorities, the Township of Spalmachine and Splattseen. Each of these jurisdictions must issue their own alerts and orders within their own boundaries. So in the CSRD, we placed 17 properties on evacuation order, added 25 to the evacuation alert area for a total of 69 properties on alert in the Salmon River Road and Deep Creek Road areas of Electoral Area D. All of these alerts and orders remain in effect at this time. We have received no further information about any changes to these alerts or orders today. However, we want to note that the wildfire situations can change quickly, so we remind people to stay informed and be prepared. The CSRD has an emergency reception center set up at our administrative offices located at 555 Harborfront Drive Northeast, Salmon Arm. Today, that center will operate until 3 p.m. and it will reopen again tomorrow, Thursday at 9 a.m. The public should also be aware of road closures for sections of Salmon River Road and Deep Creek Road. Please avoid the area if you don't live there. If you do need to go through the area, you're assisting others, or you live in that area, please listen to the directions of traffic control workers. There is also help for those trying to move livestock out of the area. Please contact the Emergency Operations Center at 250-833-3350, and we can offer some assistance and try and support you in that endeavor. So now I'm going to turn this over to Taylor Shantz from the BC Wildfire Service to give us a bit of an update on this fire. Welcome, Taylor. Thanks.
Hey, how's it going? Can everyone hear me okay?
Yep, we've got you. Thank you.
Perfect. Awesome. Okay. So today on the Hullcar Mountain fire, at last track, this fire size was 670 hectares. It is still listed as out of control. Suspected cause is lightning. For resources today, we have 6 initial attack crews, 1 rappel crew, 1 wildfire officer, 1 faller, a structure protection crew, and a structure protection specialist. So in total, we have 51 personnel actioning this fire. They are being supported by 3 helicopters. Our skimmer group was there in the morning providing support. Heavy equipment is working to build guards, and air tankers are on site now. If you just give me a second, I will share a map here. All right, so if you can see my screen, we'll just talk a little bit about where these groups are all working today. So overnight, ground crews supported by a helicopter that was doing some tanking were working on establishing containment along the southwest corner and the west flank to shore up some lines in there. Today, August 7th, ground crews are supported by aviation resources and are working to tie in the remainder of the southeast corner of this fire. The southeast corner is displaying rank 1 with pockets of rank 2 fire behavior. So you can see we're into those grassy fuels. So we're seeing more of a uneven grass fire on this corner. And so that's being shored up. Heavy equipment will be working on daylighting to widen the established guard that's already been put in and working to tie in the remainder of the southeast corner of the fire. They're also working on establishing a machine guard and some contingency lines along this eastern flank that went for a little bit of a run yesterday. This morning, the northeast corner has been the most active area of this fire. So it's been displaying more of a rank 2 with intermittent rank 3 fire behavior. So that's where we start to see some candling and a little bit of fire spreading amongst the crown, and we get into this forested area. This corner has been receiving the most attention from our helicopters and from our skimmer groups, so they've been able to knock back that fire behavior while we continue to build guard and establish those contingency lines in there. While the machine guard has been pretty successful along the west flank here, we start to get into a little bit more steeper terrain, so we do have ground crews digging hand lines into this area on this northwest corner. As you can see from our map, BC Wildfire is very aware of the BC hydro transmission infrastructure that is passing across the north here. At this time, this infrastructure is not threatened. We're very aware, and our crews are trained and comfortable and working in and around power lines. So there's no concerns there at this time. We'd like to encourage the public and anyone who's looking for up-to-date information to view our BC Wildfire dashboard. So that's the browser service that I'm using right now. This pulls directly from our dispatch map. So this is the same track that our operations teams have, along with imagery, so you can kind of get an idea of where the fire is burning in relation to other areas. So if you can see, that is the wildfiresituation.nrs.gov.bc.ca will take you right to this dashboard, where you're also able to click on the fire here, and it will take you to additional information. You can click on the link at the bottom, and that will allow you to get up-to-date information as to how we're operating on this fire. If there are any outstanding questions after that, we also have an information inbox. So that's bcws.kfc for Kamloops Fire Center, info @gov.bc.ca, and we are open to taking public questions there. Or if you prefer by phone, 250-554-5965. Thanks, Tracy. Did you have any questions?
No, I just wanted to point out as well, for some of our audience here, the BC Wildfire dashboard does have a tab that lists local authorities at the top, and I know there's been some questions and confusion regarding, where are the boundaries? Am I in the CSRD? Am I in the Township of Spalmachine? If you click on your BC Wildfire dashboard on local authorities, it will bring up the mapping so that that the public can see exactly which authority is in which area of the fire. It will also show the evacuation alert and order boundaries on there. So it's a really useful tool for our residents to get familiar with.
Yeah, there's been a lot of tools that have been added to our dashboard. It's a great resource, and so we definitely encourage the public. As soon as our information team is receiving those operational updates, we are doing our best to have those added online as soon as possible. So it really is one of the most up-to-date sources that you can use if you're curious about what's going on with wildfires in your area.
Perfect. I will also give a shout out to the CSRD's emergency mapping dashboard. It also pulls some data from BC Wildfire, but more importantly, it allows people in our CSRD boundaries to type in their address and find out if they're in an order or alert area. So you'll type in your address and it'll take you exactly to that property and show you if you are clear, on an order, or on an alert. So you can just double check and have that comfort of knowing exactly where your property is sitting. So that's been a really useful tool for people as well. That's available through our website, csrd.bc.ca. So thank you again, Taylor, for your time today. We wanted to recognize and thank everybody who joined us today and who may watch. Staying informed is one of the most important things you can do in order to make the proper preparations in case of a wildfire. We recognize that this is a stressful time for everyone. Many of us have been through last summer's fires in the North Shuswap. And so there's a lot of stress and anxiety. We know for those people who have had to leave their homes already last night, there's a lot of stress, and we hope that providing some reliable, verified information is just going to assist everybody involved in this situation. So we will be continuing to provide updates through our CSRD website and our social media, as well as the Shuswap Emergency Program website and social media. And of course, go to the BC Wildfire dashboard for up-to-date information on how the fires are progressing. Also, if you have questions, you can contact our Emergency Operations Center at 250-833-3350. So thank you, everybody, for today, and stay safe.